Mobil Corporation is built on a foundational commitment to integrity. For this reason, we have a global reputation for honesty, ethical behavior, and fair dealing. It is a reputation that has been upheld and reinforced over the decades by Exxon Mobil's expectation of all leaders and employees doing the right thing the right way every time. It is our expectation that you will disclose and discuss with your supervisor any situations about which you are uncertain. During the session today, members of the Management Committee will introduce some of our policies, and your own leadership team will cover them in more detail through a series of videos, stories, examples, and discussions. Please take advantage of the opportunity provided by this review to refresh your understanding of our standards and to renew your personal commitment to maintaining a sound, ethical environment in our corporation.
As you've already heard today, the policies and the standards of business conduct set the foundation for Exxon Mobil and express the expectation for our conduct. Each of us is responsible for the day-to-day application of these high standards as we fulfill our job responsibilities. To illustrate the application of these standards, let's review the ethics policy. At Exxon Mobil, there's a fundamental and unwavering expectation that we will comply with all governmental laws, rules, and regulations. As you listen to these examples, I encourage you to think about what you would do if faced with the same situation. Please ask any questions you may have. We want you to leave the session with a clear understanding of what the ethics policy means for you and your role at Exxon Mobil.
Exxon Mobil's conflict of interest policy requires that all directors, officers, and employees avoid any conflict between their own personal interests and the interests of the corporation. Even situations where there might not be an actual conflict, but there could appear to be a conflict of interest, should be carefully considered. This session provides you with the opportunity to ask questions about situations you may encounter in your daily work lives and how best to proceed to ensure you follow the policy.
Exxon Mobil's directorships policy strongly support the involvement of our employees in not-for-profit organizations such as religious or charitable organizations. However, the corporation does restrict employees from holding directorships in non-affiliated for-profit enterprises. Before accepting any directorship position, it's important to disclose and discuss the situation with your supervisor to evaluate any potential conflicts of interest. I encourage you to ask questions during this session to ensure you are clear on our directorships policy and your role in maintaining our integrity. Thank you.
When it comes to our corporate assets policy, we expect all directors, officers, and employees to protect ExxonMobil's assets and use them efficiently to advance the interests of the corporation. We have provided you with time today to ask questions about the policy. I urge you to take the opportunity to clarify your understanding of what we consider appropriate use of corporate assets.
ExxonMobil has an open-door communication policy. This policy is intended to foster a work environment where employees are encouraged to ask questions, voice concerns, and make appropriate suggestions regarding the business practices of the corporation. Employees are also expected to promptly report any suspected violations of the law or our standards of business conduct. You may also want to make a report or complaint without being identified. In this case, you may call a secure anonymous hotline or write to our Global Security Manager. Please take the time in this session to ask any further questions concerning how to seek guidance and report violations. Remember, saying and doing nothing is not an option.